So among some of the things that we learned from Bob Woodward's new book, that isn't even out yet, by the way, is that Trump aides know that he is a child, know that he's not necessarily there, and have been doing things to prevent him from doing some of the worst things. Now, if you thought the policies that he put forward were already bad, and I absolutely do, just think of the things that he thought of that the aides have actually put a stop to. Insane, right? Now, some of the things that they've done is disregarding their orders. For example, McMaster, after, for example, the Syria had allegedly launched chemical weapons. Trump flew into a rage. He was like, "Oh my God, you kill them, kill them all, kill them, kill fucking all of them." McMaster's like, ignore what, ignore the president. We will not be doing that. There are other great examples. You also have Gary Cohn literally stealing documents off his desk. Now, that was confirmed in that letter, or I should say, this entire thing is confirmed in that letter from the anonymous top White House official who recently penned an op-ed against Trump that's got him raging. Now, among those ways of apparently reining in the Mad King, they also apparently tapped senators. One of them is Lindsey Graham. Now, according to the Washington Post, White House aides wishing to manipulate the president, very key word there, would provide talking points to Senator Lindsey Graham or Bob Corker before golf outings with Trump in hopes of preventing the president from making rash or disastrous policy decisions. Very interesting. Now, the Post writes that White House legislative aides would prep them on helpful messages they were trying to share or disasters they were trying to divert, according to one former senior administration official. And a current senior administration official did defend the practice by saying, well, yeah, but no, that's standard staff work. I mean, we do this already. Okay, look, to be fair, yeah, probably. I mean, imagine, in the Obama administration, Obama, of course, went golfing, and Fox News, every time he went golfing, oh my God, how dare you go golfing, Mr. President, when you could be working? And then silence, of course, about Donald Trump's consistent golfing, but whatever. That's Fox News for you. Okay, so you go in those outings, you go with senators, and they're like, hey, maybe this would be a good idea, maybe this would be a bad idea. I'll give you some counsel, I'll give you some advice from what I see in my expertise. That's perfectly normal. And that sounds like something that, of course, would happen. But with Trump, it's a little bit different. Because here you are having to rein in the child. Again, this is trying to rein in the Mad King and prevent him from doing something completely disastrous. So that is fascinating. Now, this would also explain, and I'm going to get a little conspiratorial on you guys, why Lindsey Graham is suddenly far more pro-Trump than he was before. Speculation, right? So what if Lindsey Graham is only sucking up to the president, which he had back in 2016 referred to as this way, quote, I think he's a kook, I think he's crazy, I think he's unfit for office. Now, more than a year later, it's like, Donald Trump is the greatest. What are you guys talking about? He's totally fit for office. And by the way, look, here's the thing. It's easy to say that Lindsey Graham doesn't have a spine, was born without a spine. That is fair. That could absolutely be true. Or he could be sucking up to the president in order to manipulate him. Which, again, we've already have proof of that's happening. And we've already seen evidence that this has happened before, that he is incredibly easy to manipulate. Remember, all you need to do to manipulate Trump is to say nice things about him, and more importantly, defend him well on television, especially against a Russia investigation. Now, what has Lindsey Graham been doing lately? He's been defending him on the Russia investigation. In fact, he has called this investigation absolutely political and corrupt. Oh, no. Now, while they were out golfing, by the way, back to the them going out and being golf buddies, and of course him using that status as a golf buddy to go and corral some of his worst instincts. On the Russia investigation, Graham said that he told Trump that he has so far saw zero evidence of the president colluding with Russia, and said, quote, "I told the president, I know you don't like it. I know you feel put upon. And there's no evidence, no collusion, no collusion. But this is the key. You just got to ride it out. So don't fire Mueller. Don't fire any of the investigators. Don't shut down the investigation. I know you feel put upon. And I believe I agree with you. 100% witch hunt. No collusion, no collusion. But you got to let it go. But you got to let it keep going on. You can't end that investigation." Fascinating. Look, maybe he does actually believe that you should, that the investigation is a witch hunt. Maybe he does believe that, right? Or maybe he's sucking it up, or sucking up to Trump in the hopes that he will allow Mueller to continue the investigation and find a way to remove him. I don't know. I don't know. This is an interesting theory, but it's just a theory. Now, there's one more thing that is kind of hilarious in a bit of a sad way. The report goes on to state that former White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus would backburner Trump's request for someone to be fired or policies be put into place by telling the president it would happen next week, then dropping it entirely, knowing Trump would have forgotten what he had asked for. Oh, how sad is that? Oh, and hey, Mr. President, what do you want me to do? Oh, you want me to fire the entire communications director or communications department for poorly defending you on TV? I'll go get right on that next week. I mean, I'm really booked up this week, so it's going to have to be next week. And then it never happens. And the idiot doesn't even notice. He never follows up. He's not there. He gets too busy tweeting something. That is not somebody who's mentally there. That is not somebody who is mentally sound, who just forgets about some of the orders that he gives a week later, sometimes even less than a week. How sad is that? How sad is that people either no longer listen to him, in the case of McMaster, or call him an idiot in the case of John Kelly, or they know how to manipulate him into doing what they want. Donald Trump has absolutely no friends there. And now, if he weren't such a horrible person, I might actually feel bad for him. But one thing I think is clear, at least to me, he needs help. But before he can get help, we got to get him out of the White House. I know that brings a whole lot of problems with Mike Pence. One battle at a time, man. But we cannot let the Mad King continue to reign. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.